you. And so as part of our Become a Sleep Selling Superhero segment, today we're going to talk about Manta eye masks, the triple black and the weighted. And here's the tip for you. Here's today's sleep tip.
It's time to become a sleep superhero.
Your tip is learn to sleep with an eye mask, even if you have it on upside down like Quinn.
Oh, is it? Is it really? It's not.
Ah, man, I almost had him.
Upside down. Stop it.
I almost had him.
We're talking about sleep superheroes. Every sleep superhero, like a lot of them have masks. The problem with this one is you can't see through it. You know what I mean?
I was talking to Matt Man about that, and he's now wearing a sleep mask to bed because light is a major sleep disruptor. There's a study done where they had people who were actively sleeping, so they were hooked up to all the brain monitoring, so you knew they were asleep. You know, they had their respiration and they had their heart rate, and they had everything hooked up to them as part of a sleep study. And they shined a little bitty laser light. Remember those laser lights that you could shine? Yeah. They were pretty popular for a while. On the back of the subject's leg, and the brain activity increased. So even though this person was asleep, the body, not even the eyes, the body was registering light. So you got to think about us as travelers, and we're probably going to be getting back on the road here in a heavy way coming up very soon. If you can control the conditions to a higher degree in unknown environments, then it's going to do a couple of things. It's going to give you better sleep because you're blocking out light from your eyes, and it's also going to create a signal. And that's a key thing. Whenever you go to sleep, you want to create as many cues in your environment as possible. The biggest cue is bedtime. But another cue is, for me, I take a shower every night. It's like a full body signal that bedtime's about to head your way. But another signal you can create is that pressure effect and that gentle relieving pressure effect and the light blocking effect of an eye mask. So I started practicing wearing an eye mask, and I think it's a skill. I think it's something you got to work at. But now I can translate that skill from home to any environment. I sleep a lot better when I'm on the road, even better when you have a good mattress. But we got in touch with the people at Manta, and we have 2 of their eye masks, and I'm so pumped because I love some of the features of the Manta triple black and the weighted, which I have. I'm not going to put it on upside down, though.
I didn't either. So what do you think about, see, there you go. That is such an improvement.
Now, one of the things they talk about with the triple black is complete blocking capabilities. And this is a key factor for any eye mask. And so we've developed a criteria for evaluating eye mask light blocking, comfort, weight, side sleeper considerations, the strap, and features. So, and the reason we talk about the strap is because I've had probably a dozen sleep masks in my day, at least. And sometimes the straps have metal on them. Sometimes they're thicker. Sometimes they're different fabrics or elastic. And so it is something to take into consideration, especially if you're a side sleeper or even, a back sleeper, because it's going to be resting against your pillow. So right out of the gates, I want to know, you have the triple black. You took it to Costa Rica. Give us the lowdown. Give us the rundown.
Yeah, I will. But can you put yours back on? I want to show the audience something here. So do that. Good.
What are you doing that I can't see?
Yeah, so just turn around and show them how the strap fits on the back. See? It's so easy to put on. It's like super easy to do. And it's thick. So my experience was that I think you're right. I was giving you a hard time earlier. Okay, you're good. I was giving you a hard time earlier about saying it's a skill, but in truth, the very first time I wore it, it was awkward, right? So it does take getting used to. So I completely understand what you're saying. I took the eye black one on. So we'll have to post this picture. My family. So I don't know why they're so embarrassed of me a lot of times, and I guess I do because I can. I like to talk.
You're a loud talker.
And make
and you get in people's personal space a lot.
And I get in people's personal space, and I don't smell great.
You smell good.
Okay, I smell good. But anyway, so I do stuff that, like I'll be the one to jump on a stage and have some fun with the band or whatever. But So I'm sure that's why they get embarrassed. But anyway, so I was on the plane. I had this eye mask on because it was really bright, and you can see in the photo how the sun's coming through. But I had this on. Then I had my Bose noise canceling headset on because I don't want to hear anybody on the plane. And then I had my mask on. So I looked like some assassin, like heading to Costa Rica. It was so funny. So they took pictures of me. So we'll share those in the show notes. But anyway, I liked it. It blocked out all the sun. I had no problem with that. Even in Costa Rica, in a hotel room when I was traveling, they didn't have the room darkening shades to the degree that I wanted. So yeah, man, it was really cool. And I had honestly not ever worked with a sleep mask other than like flying overseas on a trip like that. I think I've used it then, but I was kind of impressed. And a funny side note, Kinsley, I was trying it at home, and my wife, of course, is making fun of me because I was wearing the one that you had on at the moment, the weighted one. And so I had fallen asleep. And so my wife like nudges me, and she's like, "Hey, turn the lights off." And it's like, because the switch is over by where I'm at. I'm like, the lights are off. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I was sleeping. She's like, turn the lights off. I go, the lights are off. Why are you waking me up? The lights were on. I just had my mask on, so I couldn't tell. She's like, "You are the biggest idiot." I'm sure she's questioning why she married me at the moment. But anyway, so how was your mask? What was your experience like?
So we have two separate masks that we're talking about. We're talking about the triple black, and then we're talking about this one, the weighted masks. So let's start. Do you have the triple black? Hold it up, and we'll show it. I like this, by the way, the logo on here. It's very subtle. There's not some word to pay attention to. It kind of looks like a little mustache or an eye mask. But I don't know why it drives me nuts, but sometimes whenever sleep masks have a word on it, it's something I'm like, I feel like I'm wearing an advertisement on my head, and I really don't want that. So I like that they didn't have any type of, there's a little tag on the side, but you can cover it up whenever you actually put the strap on. So I like that. You should have a calming environment, and for me, that's part of my calming environment for some reason. So criteria number one that we talk about is light blocking. If you're going to have an eye mask, it should block out the light. And the triple black, according to Manta, is 100% light blocking. I put it on right out of the box, complete light blocking, like 100%. There's always that spot right around your nose where the light creeps in, and you want to say, do I need to tighten this up? And then you're having to crank down the strap on your eye mask to make it tighter, and then it's too tight, and it may block out some of the light, but I've always had a sliver of light coming in. Maybe it's the shape of my schnoz, who knows? But with the triple black, out of the gates, right out of the box, complete light blocking. But the cool thing is, as you pointed out, you have these removable eye cups. I've heard people call them eye donuts. But the beautiful thing about this is, depending on how wide your face is or the dynamics of your melon, you can put these on, and then you can bring the eye mask up to it so you get the perfect distance whenever you put the cups in the place that fits your face. So if you feel a little pressure, if it's too close, too far away, if it's not right over the circular part of your eye, you can adjust these appropriately, and I think that's a great feature. So that helps with the light blocking, and so I adjusted mine, fine-tuned it, and it was even better.
That is a good point. And your eyes fit right in this cup. And the weighted one, there's like a weighted blanket effect on that one for me, Kinsley. There's a little bit of security kind of feeling in that. But what I liked also is the carrying case, honestly, because I was traveling. I just certain my backpack. It folds up really nicely, and you can just duck it into the carrying case. So anyway, I think it's a really well-made product, and I think we should note we're not being paid to do this review. We're talking about this one because we want to make sure everyone out there understands this could be a great item for you to bring into your store or try it for yourself.
Well, and you got to use the sleep ecosystem in your retail environment. We think that's really important. So you need to be talking about sleep disruptors, talking about light. These are, lower ticket add-ons that create conversations in your retail environment. So we think adding some of these reviews and making sure that we're talking about products that create the sleep ecosystem and the sleep store of the future are really important. And this is a no-brainer. And Manta does a good job. I mean, they really do a good job with their email and their products. If you go to mantasleep.com, I mean, you can see all these products on there, the weighted mask, the silk mask. They have cooling cups and warming cups, so you can replace these. But the triple black, let's go back to the triple black. Comfort from a comfort standpoint, I thought it was very comfortable. If I was going to make any adjustment to it, whenever I sleep on my side, these eye cups are really comfortable, but I do feel a little pressure as you're on your side, and maybe it presses into your nose a little bit, but it depends on the shape of your face. It's not that bad. I love the side of this that's so thin. The fabric is really silky soft, and the way they did the strap makes it very low profile, so you don't feel any buckles, you don't feel any weight or bulk, and they used a very high-end Velcro-like device. It kind of looks like micro hook that we used to have on the bottom of these adjustable beds. So really great comfort. I would give it 5 stars on light blocking, 5 stars on comfort, especially since you can make those adjustments to the eye cup. Like I said, a little bit of maybe pressure here and there when I was doing side sleeping to consider, but maybe adjusting the eye cups based on being a side sleeper is something that we could experiment with. And then the triple back, super lightweight. I liked that a lot. And like I said, I love the straps. You love the travel kit. And the adjustable eye cups are cool for 2 reasons. Number 1, you can adjust them, get it comfortable how you want it. Number 2, if they wear out, you can replace them. Or if you have a black eye because you got in a fight with a monkey in Costa Rica, you can use the cooling cups to maybe offer yourself a little bit of relief.
It could happen. Light's a big deal, obviously. I liked him, Kinsley. I really did. I'll be traveling with him for sure. And thanks to the guys at Manta Sleep, you guys rocked it out with this. Wouldn't it be cool if you could have a customized, you could do your own customization on the front, right? You could put your name on there or draw some eyes, right? You could do that and make it look like you're awake. I don't know.
Yeah,
anyway,
you could really
love
trick
it, guys.
people. I will say one little thing that I did notice about the weighted mask. I love the category of weighted products. Weighted blankets offer a lot of security. When you go to the dentist, they put that weighted blanket over the top of you. There's a moment when you're like, oh, it's okay. But weighted blankets have really picked up as a cool, hot item. There's a lot of growth in weighted blankets. I think it's something you should really look at bringing into your store because it's demonstrable immediately. You put somebody down, hey, you want to try this weighted blanket? It's really cool. You may not have a chance to try this at another point. So this is an extension of the weighted blanket category. And for people that want that feeling of really being snug and extra secure, this is a cool product. Now, I would not recommend the weighted mask for side sleepers. It starts to shift. There's enough weight there where it starts to kind of fall down or create some pressure points. Not uncomfortable to the point where you're like, oh, get this thing off me, but it's noticeable. And also, it's a little warmer. I did notice some heat coming off this one. Now, it was springtime when I was trying this out. And so there's a little more heat, obviously if it's wintertime, maybe you wouldn't have that. So maybe it's more of a wintertime mask, but for back sleepers, maybe even for people that are traveling on planes and just need a little bit of weight on their eyes to like prop their head back in that crease between the seats. But I did notice side sleeping, not the best for me. And then the heat factor was a little higher than I wanted. So the triple black is probably my day-to-day go-to, but for those moments of like extra comfort or here's where I really think this will shine. Taking a 20-minute nap. You get that immediate hug around your head, and I usually, when I do take a nap, I don't nap a lot, but when I do, it's on my back. So this would be the perfect mask for that.
Well, to wrap this up, that's great feedback, especially the weighted part if you're a side sleeper, because I am, and I kind of experienced that too. If you're out there, we talk about personal branding. How cool would it be if you are a sales rep for a furniture store? Go to Manta and maybe see if you can source some of these. If you have, maybe they could do a custom job for you on branding, or if you bought some of the Manta mask, and for anyone who spent 10 grand with you or more, what if you sent them one of these, right? Just as a gift to say, hey, thanks. Forget what the furniture store is doing. Just do it for yourself. And just make it a thank you and say, hey, light's a big deal. It's a big sleep inhibitor. And this is from me to you. Thanks for spending money with me. And just want you to know I appreciate you.